the door from the garage into the house. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have to go 9 foot because otherwise there's just not gonna be space. Okay. past this and make this, it's still gonna be a walk-in pantry, but don't need all the space in the bathroom. We just don't. So we'll figure this out. Okay, so let's actually drop this down to. Can't hear me at all. Oh man. It says that I've got audio input. Hang on 1 second here. Let's do that. I think it's off. Less tinny.
And then
a microphone says that I'm on, but maybe not, and apparently I had my background music up too loud.
Well, we might have to fiddle with that later. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I've only got about 40 minutes before I've got to get dressed for my next appointment.
I know that we're not picking up.
We are not picking up my voice
High enough.
Hello, hello. I even moved the mic closer to me today because I thought maybe that would help a little.
Yeah. But you can see how high your audio input is.
Oh, yeah.
It's higher than your voice.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yep, I just wanted something in the background to fill her in.
And then
all right.
I can help you get in.
Sounds good. Well, I'm going to get back to work and try and get a little more of this pounded out, and then I'll delete this video later on. But I'm going to keep going just because I'm here. Might as well. All right. So I have moved the microphone closer to me. We will see if that makes any difference, and later we will troubleshoot further. I am turning my camera back on. Hello! It's Monday. Can't you tell? It's Monday morning, and my caffeine is still in the can and not in me. That's a problem. All right. Kiddo got a fingerprint on my glasses last night. Okay. So where are we? We are working on this. This is a house. This is a house that a client started to sketch and then decided to have me take over, which is the way it should be because it is. Okay, so 15 plus. What does he got here? Okay, so we should have approximately 18 feet he says, to the outside corner of that wall, give or take. So we're actually really close because if that's 17, 4.5, basically 6, well, 7, well, I don't know. I'm not good at math. But anyway, we'll say that's close enough. And we will tweak this later. That dimension honestly doesn't really matter. It's just kind of the ballpark that he had calculated for what he thought he needed. But as the expert that he has hired, I will continue to edit this as I see fit. So that's my job. That's what I do. All right, so we're going to scooch this over because I want to give this pantry a good amount of space. He had it as about 6 foot square. Honestly, an L-shaped pantry is going to be just as functional for him, if not more, given what he's trying to accomplish here. And then having our kitchen out here. So I'm going to do our kitchen here at 10 foot. So this is actually going to be a nice size pantry. Obviously, it's a huge size for this master suite. So we've got the master bedroom here, which is 20 by 17. That is ginormous. Although we do have a fireplace, we want space for chairs in addition to the king bed and the furniture in there. So this wall over here comes across, and then there will be a doorway, something like that. I'm going to show it as a pocket door for now, just because I much prefer pocket doors for functionality to a lot of other things. In a situation like with between a master bed and bath, honestly, I think pocket doors make a lot of sense. Depending on the style of home, this is one of the few places where a barn door is okay in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of barn doors. However, and it's because there's really limits on privacy in terms of light and sound. But between a master bedroom and a master bathroom, usually that's of less concern. So the little bit of gapping, most people are okay with. So we've got this that comes back. And this is where he had the closet right here. And then you come down this hallway and enter into the bath area. I don't know. That kind of makes it awkward for getting into that shower. So we shall see. This may change. Maybe actually, you know what? This might work. If we do it like this. And then, let's see here. The interior. Let's do, and then I'm going to use my glass wall. So then this, it's part of the bath, but we're going to call it shower. Okay. All right. So that's actually a pretty good size shower. 6x4, like that's actually very good sized. And then we'll need to put a door on it. It'll need to be a 2-foot door. It'll need to be a glass slab with no casing, because that would look weird. And then I've got to change the hinge direction over here, kind of like that. Now we need a toilet. And we need a vanity. So, uno, dos, tres. Again, I need to, one of these days I need to go and actually just remove this from my default, but I do not use cabinet labels in this version of the plan. All right, so we've actually got some extra space. I mean, this is a good sized bathroom still, even with giving extra space to this pantry. So we've got, 3 whole feet here to come on over around that toilet, over here to the sinks. We're just a smidgen off here. Like I almost feel like I have to give this an extra couple inches just so that I'm not crowding that vanity. Now this is obviously going to be a custom built-in shower. You'll have the door. It'll all be tiled. We'll see where the client's budget and everything is. But let's see here. Oh, if we can fit one more in there. Okay. So now we're going to do a sink. And we'll do here and here. I have no problem doing asymmetrical vanities. I think you need to find a balance between looks and function, and asymmetrical does not look bad, but it can function way better. And honestly, I'm also not opposed to a single vanity in a master, but that's a personal preference. All right, so we got this as a master bath. We've got it labeled. How wide is that hallway? 3'7". So that's enough to not feel crowded. If we scooch this over, yeah, I don't want to do too much less than that. So we're gonna center that. There we go. But what I'm trying to do is keep this pantry to have as much space as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that measurement. I don't need that. We're gonna call this closet and rename it pantry. And so then this pantry will, of course, have shelving all around. I don't know if we'll do cabinets or shelving, but there is plenty of space here. So we'll do... Okay, so here's 12-inch deep shelving. In corners like this, I like to do 18-inch deep shelving. That works really well for things like crock pots, large pans, big boxes of stuff. And again, on this back wall, we've got plenty of space. I'm going to do 18-inch deep shelving here. And then just this 12-inch one here by the door. The 12-inch deep is great for all those quick, easy grab-and-go things like boxes of cereal, canned goods, you know, the shallower stuff that you don't want to have the shelves be too deep because things would get lost. But then that 18-inch deep shelving is great for the bigger items. So that just shows the available space there. Okay, so this over here is closet. Again, I don't even know if we need a door. I'm going to show it as a doorway. The client can decide if they, some people are concerned about moisture, so they want an actual door. But generally, if you have a really good bath fan right out here in this area, especially close there by where the shower opens up, that doesn't become an issue. So let's label this as closet. And then we don't need these dimensions. So let's label this as master bedroom. Okay. This over here, we're going to delete this measurement. This is the laundry room, for lack of a better. So it's laundry, but also mud. Up here in our climate, you have to have a mudroom, and especially if you're building anywhere outside of town. Absolutely. Okay, so we got laundry and mudroom. Looks like he wants a sink. So I've already got sinks pulled up here. Let's find a freestanding utility sink. Just a single basin will be plenty. Not a pedestal. Here we go. Single basin laundry sink. So I'll go ahead and put that over there. Then we need washer. And I always use the template for the front loading one. It's the bigger one. When they changed to the new Chief Architect X12, when I had my curved front loader, which was like those big giant machines, I don't have that template anymore. I need to maybe purchase, get or download that template, because these ones, they're pretty good size, but some people still get the larger machines, and I always like to make sure to plan as much space as possible so that my clients aren't surprised when they go to buy a big giant washing machine and it doesn't fit, because that sucks. Okay, let's scooch this over. Let's see here, 36. We'll make both of them. And we'll do 30. All right. So we've got countertop, we've got washer and dryer, we've got utility sink, and then we've got plenty of space on this back wall for bench and coat hooks. And I always like to call it out on the plan so that people can see why I leave blank space where I leave it. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about drawing a built-in. I'm just going to identify, hey, this is the wall where we're going to plan on, 20 to 24-inch deep bench with coat hooks up above. So we've got our nice utility laundry mudroom. Definitely needs a window because you need windows. Same here in the bedroom. Got to throw some windows on in here. Now, the bathroom doesn't have any windows. Some people like them, some people don't. This one I'm going to put in here, but I'm going to make it into a transom real quick. So fixed glass. I'm going to make it 18 inches high. Now I need to go in one of these days. I need to get in here to my plan defaults again, kind of like with turning off the cabinet labels. In the old days, the floor plans, houses would have your basic 8-foot flat ceilings. Nowadays, it's extremely common for your main floor to have a 9-foot flat ceiling. Upstairs would still have an 8-foot, but even basements are going to 9 foot. And what that means in the old days when you had an 8-foot flat ceiling, the top of your windows would be at 80 inches off the floor, which was equal with your 6'8" door frames. Now it's much more common if you've got these 9-foot ceilings, you don't want that extra headroom space. You want the window to go up. So I need to change the default so that when I put in windows, they automatically default not 80 inches off the ground, but the top edge at 92, which scales it appropriately for the taller 9-foot ceilings. But now I just have to go in and do it manually. So not a big deal. Okay, so now this is definitely not quite where I need it to be. People like their bedrooms bigger than this. So let's measure this out real quick. Measure this, and then I'm going to do a running line here. And we also need closets in these rooms. He did not draw closets in these rooms, so. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. So let's, they're pretty good size. These aren't terrible, so I'm going to make these 12 foot. I guess that's 12 foot on the outside, 11'4" on the inside. Yeah, because they're looking at about 14, 15 feet. I think we're doing pretty good there. So there I'm going to, let's see here. So let's do 18 foot. Gotta learn to type. Move this one to 18 foot. So that gives me my little kind of ante-room there. I'm going to use the doorway tool to, and I want it to be about 3.5 feet wide. So it's going to feel nice and open. It's not going to feel closed off like a door. But that just gives a nicer entrance to these rooms. And then we need to go into the bathroom here. Okay. So we've got our basic measurement there. Now here we need to have the bathroom, but then we also need to have closets. So 5'7" is not wide enough for our bathroom. I'm gonna scooch this on over about like that. We'll start with that. Because we don't want this to feel too tiny. That feels tiny, but we need to fit a 5-foot bath in here. So what would he have? Okay. We do not need a double vanity in that one. So let's scoot that dimension line out of the way. Scoot this dimension line out of the way. Okay. So I need to find my shower tub combo. I can really quick copy and paste my toilet. And copy and paste a vanity sink. So, yay. Okay. And then I need to draw a wall here. And a wall here because I've got to put closets in. Okay, so now here, I can scoot that forward. That's about right. So now I need to make sure that these are even. My closets need to be a minimum of 2'1". Hold on. Yeah, I want to delete that. Okay. I'm going to delete that because I need to get my closet depth correct. Oops. Closets need to be minimum 2'1" deep. I want to make sure I'm symmetrical here. So let's see here. I like my bathroom being right about that 7-8 foot mark, which is good. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do 14'7". See what that gives me. And that's still not quite looking where I need it. So let's do 14'3". Label this at 2'1". Okay, so let's do this at 14'3", because I want to make these two rooms symmetrical. And then this at 2'1". So now you can see I've got a little bit of an issue where I've got that door. Oh, yep, just about hitting that. Okay, so I've got to spread this out just a little bit. So let's give it an extra 4 inch, partly for storage and also partly for providing an end cap for that shower. And again, for plumbing, I'm going to quick reverse this symbol so that the shower head is on the correct end. So now, door to the bathroom is in the correct place. I need to do a door for this closet, like that. Okay. So we've got linen storage. We've got this nice big bathroom. Hold on, I'm going to scoot this over. And I'm going to make that 18. We'll see what that does. Perfect. So we can get all that in there. Oops, I don't need that cabinet out there. Go ahead and throw a label on here calling this bathroom. Yay! And for some reason, it always wants to hide that label, like, where you can't see it. The whole point of a label is so you can see what you're calling things. But anyway, okay. So we know that our rooms are symmetrical. We know that we've, you know, they're all the same dimensions. We've got nice matching. Perfect. Now we need closet doors. I'll show bifold. They're a little more popular than the bypass, but and I'm going to make these 6-foot doors. Okay. Copy and paste. Make sure that's centered. Get my hinge direction going the right way, and then really quick label both of these. So we got this one is bedroom 1. This one is bedroom 2. And I just do that because it's top to bottom. I mean, I guess you could label it the other way, front room, back room, whatever, but it honestly doesn't matter all that much. So, yay. So there's our 2 bedrooms. Our master bedroom, we don't have the door on that. And we wanted that kind of around the corner so that, and then I'm going to change that to a 3-foot door. 2'6" is kind of standard for interior doors, but when you have a room like a master, it's nice to have a little extra space. And even the same here, you know, you've got bigger furniture, you've got the washer and dryer. So I'm going to change this to a 36-inch interior door as well. Gotcha. And again, the casing kind of hits a little bit, but I think we'll be okay there. So we've got the garage. We need to put a garage door on here. And we can either do 2 single doors or we can do 1 18-foot door. Anything bigger than 18-foot, you get into commercial, and that gets a little bit pricey. An 18-foot width works. Right now I've got 3 feet on either side. If I switched to 2 9-foot doors, I could switch to 2 9-foot doors. Let me do that, because then I would have 2 feet on either side. So let's do, I think my math is right. Yes, that does look correct. Okay, so we'll show it that way, but we have the option then of doing an 18-foot door instead, if the client wants that. So we've got space here. We've got our nice 20-foot depth. On that side, we've got 22-foot depth, or 24-foot depth on the other side almost, which is either A, space for a truck to pull in, although this corner it gets a little tight, or B, workbench space in the back. But yeah, we'll draw that out. And I can also, if I need to, I could scooch that actually just a little bit. I've got a little bit of space here. Let's do that. Because we want that to line up. You want to be, you want to be able to pull. I think if I line that up parallel with the side of that door, you'll have the clearance you need if you need to get the nose of your truck back there. So let's just tweak this edge. Make sure we're lining up. Yep, perfect. Still got space for our cabinets there. Awesome. Okay. And that's still a very adequate sized mudroom. But that also makes this little anteroom a little bit easier. Okay. So then we want to do a fireplace. Wow, that's a fancy fireplace. Okay. Okay, so here's a nice basic template for a fireplace. We're going to put one on each side because then we can run the flues up together. We want to line this up just a little better right here. And that one we don't need to worry about. We're not trying to center them on each other. They'll be close enough for the gas lines and whatnot, but yeah. But I kind of like the symmetry of having that lined up on those windows. Okay. So now then back here, we've got this great room here in the middle. We've got dining room, and then we'll do kitchen back here. We don't need that measurement. We'll go back and we'll grab the measurements we do need later. So I'm not too worried about that. I tend to delete as I go. So now we've got kitchen. And we'll play around with this layout. This is just kind of real quick throwing some cabinets down. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want to go less than that. But we've got space over here, so we'll come up with our work triangle here in a little bit. I need to ask him what his preference is as far as with that island, if he wants sink or stove on the island or nothing, and he wants all that stuff on the back wall. So we'll figure out what that is. Over here we've got dining. So I'm going to real quick throw down a room divider wall here and here. We're calling this dining. Calling this kitchen. All right. I'll move that so it makes more sense. And I'm going to move the kitchen label to where I can actually see it. Because again, what's the point of a label if you can't see it? Okay, so we've got kitchen and dining. We'll probably want to do maybe a patio door out to the back. Make that a 6-foot patio door. I'm going to throw a few extra cabinets down here. There we go. And that's not quite lined up. Oops. Hold on. I don't know why this one doesn't want to line up. There it is. There. Okay, so that's a nice huge island. We got dining room, all. So we'll tweak where this window goes, get that centered. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to shrink this down. I need a fridge. I'm actually going to shrink this a little ways and move all of this. Okay, I'm going to recenter this, window. And then I like to flank, whenever I have a fridge near the end of a kitchen, I like to flank it with a full height pantry cabinet. I think it just looks more finished, and it's also functional. Okay, I'm gonna throw this up here. I need this to be 30 inches wide, 24 inches deep, and then I'll check that. Oh, 36, okay. Wall cabinet. Again, we're going to throw one up here. That's a little skinny one there. And then I need a range. Do a gas. Again, throw some wall cabinets up here. And I don't know if he wants a hood or a microwave, so I'm going to show it as a microwave. We can always change it later. It needs to be 15. There we go. And then micro. Under cabinet. And there we go. And then just really quick, I like my appliances to match, so there we go. So now we've got a stainless suite of appliances. We've got our upper cabinets. We've got that door that goes into the pantry. That's a pretty nice kitchen. You know, it's a big open space. Oops. There we go. Space for dining table. We'll clean up what this looks like. But as far as just a nice basic work triangle, I think that works great. You've got this huge space to work on. Storage. And then over here, you've got, of course, your staircase going down, your bedrooms. And we are good. Oh, and then we end up outside. Yay! So, I think that might be where I call it quits for today, but we've got a pretty basic, got it down. Let me check my time tracker. Barely an hour. Sweet. Okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't even do... I just sat there for a while. I need to delete that one. All right, cool. So, yay. This is the beginnings of a plan. I need to go in and fine tune a few things. Obviously, I'll need to build the staircase, the basement, the roof, all of that. But as far as a down and dirty, we got it started. Yay, we're good to go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. This video will be gone later because of all the technical difficulties. But thank you so much for tuning in, and